Kalimera Limassol, Tikanis. Yalla, back to English before I make a fool out of myself. Before I start, I really want to thank the boys and girls at Destream who have done an amazing job and really are shaking the industry to its core. Thank you for believing in what I have to say. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm so excited to hopefully working with you on something really, really special. I also want to thank the organizers who have done an amazing job of putting this project and this event together. I'm so proud that we have something like this in Cyprus. A lot of times when I get invited to speak at events like these, I always have a hard time, a dilemma, really choosing a subject that I believe all of you would be interested in, or a facet in my life that would resonate with you guys. So, is it the serial entrepreneur in me that spent the last 30 years building 50 or so companies? Is it the social media tech founder who had no way of distributing his businesses? Is it the guy that built the Arab world's first user-generated monetization platform that was before Instagram or any other monetization platform existed and was sold to a media conglomerate for $5 million? Or is it the influencer, the middle-aged influencer, who one day decided to open up an Instagram page and became famous for cooking burgers in his boxer shorts? So today I'm going to choose a subject that I believe is fascinating to me, and I really hope it's fascinating to you too. It's basically, how is influence monetizable and what happens after fame? So like I said, I started building companies a long time ago, over 30 years ago, during the Stone Age. And in those times, we had no WhatsApp, no social media, no Slack, no Zoom. We had to do things the old-fashioned way. So when we had a proposal to send to a client, we had to actually print it out and send it through a fax. And we had to pray to God that the actual paper would arrive on the other side of the earth unsmudged, or else we'd have to get onto a plane to the other side of the world and walk the client through it. Just by a show of hands, do any of you know how to use a fax machine? 3 people. Thank you for making me feel even older. So even early on, I understood that attention was the most powerful currency on earth. Not oil, not money, not cash. Attention. Attention basically influences who we trust, it influences who we buy from, and it influences how we follow. So I used influence and attention to promote many of the companies that I owned. But one day I said, you know what? I want to be an influencer myself. So I opened a little blog called DaddyFoody, named after the 2 things that I love most in life. And it was a very humble blog. It was a middle-aged man who traveled the world, filming himself eating at amazing locations, and being completely transparent and very raw with the audience, which was weird at the time. And for some reason, it picked up. People resonated with that honest, with that transparent persona that was not bogged down by any corporate dogma to have to behave in a certain way. And it picked up, and buyers were interested, clients were interested, and at that time, we had no way of monetizing our content. So I said, the entrepreneur in me said, you know what? There's profit to be made in this. So I asked my first client to pay me, and it was blasphemous. Are you serious? You want to eat our food and get paid for it? Completely unheard of in our region. And I said yes, and he paid me handsomely. And that set the stage for many other, a long line of young influencers to also get paid for their content. So now, content creators became business people, and influencers had their own media channels. And that completely exploded the scene for us. DaddyFoody went through a golden few years of exponential growth, 500,000 followers, brand collaborations, celebrity collaborations, TV interviews, not 1 but 2 TED Talks. I became a brand ambassador for multinational companies like Doers Whiskey, Art of Shaving, Starbucks, McDonald's, and so on and so forth. at the pinnacle of the entire DaddyFoody experience happened when I got a call in the middle of the night telling me, Brahms, congratulations, you've just won the World Blogger Awards. So you have to come to Cannes to collect your trophy. Now, how on earth was this kid from Beirut sitting at the same table with Victoria Silvstedt, with Nusrat, with Gianluca, with Food God? Absolutely inconceivable. But once the event was over, and once the lights dimmed down, and once I got back home, a dark cloud of self-doubt started appearing over my head. And for the first time in my life, I asked myself a question. What happens after the music is done? Here, for the first time, I had an existential crisis. We are building our entire lives on platforms that are not owned by us. At any moment, someone can pull the plug and everything we had built is down the drain. If your entire identity, if your entire persona is owned on another platform, then do you really own your future? Do you really even own you? So I had a moment to myself, and I decided to do the unthinkable for me. I pulled the plug on DaddyFoody overnight. 500,000 fans went absolutely crazy. Brands shut themselves. Agencies called me at night telling me, Brahms, you're committing social suicide. What are you doing? But as far as I was concerned, DaddyFoody had come full circle. Everything that I ever wanted to achieve with it had been achieved. I didn't want to die an influencer. I wanted to evolve as a founder. So I went back to the drawing board and went back to the things that I love doing best, which were building businesses. But I also wanted to take advantage of all my years as DaddyFoody to really understand the user-generated sector, but from an outsider's point of view. Don't get me wrong, I love this sector. UGC is by far the biggest media channel on earth. It's estimated that next year $300 billion are going to be poured into the sector. But UGC has a problem. It's an absolute mess. Everyone and their mother is an influencer right now. My kids have followers. My dad has an Instagram account. Your doctor has a podcast. Millions of creators. Billions of data points. More content than any marketeer can humanly process. So the billion-dollar question becomes, how can a brand find the right creator at the right time for the right campaign? So I created Fuse. Fuse is the world's first AI-powered intelligence layer for the marketing industry. It allows agencies and brands to use a prompt-based AI agent that will help them scour the internet and sort through all the crap that's out there and find the perfect influencer for them. For me, it was the best and most perfect product founder fit. Why? Because on one side, I've been an entrepreneur who's used the power of content creators and influencers to build my own companies. And on the other hand, I've been an influencer that knows all the tricks of the trade and how to embellish their portfolio. So I now had both sides of the coin, and that basically gave me superpowers to create a product that would be beneficial to everyone. Now today, Fuse helps brands and agencies all over the world use the power of AI and big data to sort through the internet, to sort through all these billions of data points, cut through the crap, and really find the perfect creator for the perfect campaign. But that made me turn from the golden boy of Instagram into now being the boogeyman of the influencer marketing sector. So basically, I want to summarize by giving you this message. Enjoy the fame, enjoy the likes, enjoy the selfies, embrace the algorithm while the algorithm still loves you. But please remember this. Trends are changing. Fame is fleeting. Attention is temporary. Use the time to build. Use your fame to create. Build infrastructure. create businesses, and leave legacy. Because fame, boys and girls, is rented. But legacy is owned. Thank you very much.
Put it up for DaddyFoody. Thank you very much, DaddyFoody. Quick questions. If there are any, put your hands up very quickly. If not, great, because I need to move to the panel discussion. No questions. Thank you very much. And you're going to be up for the panel discussion. But until that, I'm just going to get the guys to come up and do some chairs up here. Meanwhile, I want to introduce someone who's going to be at the panel discussion that did not get a chance to speak. Thank you. But don't go. You come back.
I'm here.